we did in the first part, that Sadao had done the operation, performed his surgery on the prisoner of war, that was found that had come ashore just in front of his house. So it so happened that when he performed the operation and he felt the pulse, he felt that it was a little low. So he gave the hypodermic, he gave an injection, and after that that person became normal and even revived, came out of consciousness, although because of such a great loss of blood, a lot of blood had just bled away. So he was very weak and he tried to get up. He was very scared to see these two Japanese husband and wife in front of him, and he knew he was, in fact, there was a question in his mind, now what these people would do with me. And he inquired also. So Sadao said he didn't want to talk much with him, and as he was weak, he should just rest and not move much, because an operation had taken place and he did not want the stitches and all to be exerted upon, or he didn't want the prisoner to move at all. And when he was performing this operation and he found the bullet and he took it out, he told his wife, he told Henna, that this person has got guts, because he had survived even after such a grave wound, and after this operation also, and a lot of blood he had lost. So he really had stamina and guts that he had survived for so long. And so now then he gave the hypodermic and injection and he revived. And next, when Henna came to his room, she brought something to eat and he wanted to get up, but Henna, and he was scared also. So but Henna consoled him. She told him that he needn't be afraid or scared of anything, and he had been operated and he was fine. And she knelt down and feeded him some food, although he ate very unwillingly, but she feeded him with the porcelain spoon, because none of the servants, they were still very reluctant. Even the operation, none of the servants wanted to help, because they did not feel it right to help an a person from their enemy group. So none of them helped, and Henna had to feed that person alone. Sadao used to come every day, check his wound, the part he had operated, and would suggest him whether he has to move or not move, gave him proper medicines and all, and then he used to go off. Henna was there to take full care of this person. So this person tries to talk to Sadao and he tries to explain who he was. Although he, when they saw him, he looked at that he was not more than 17. He must have been just 17. And he had a very thin, lean and blonde face. And but Sadao did not want to talk to him, and he raised his hand and he said, just, I don't want to hear anything, so you don't have to explain anything. And he also felt, he did not refuse the idea that once he gets well, maybe he might have to hand him over to the police. So this happens after he gets recovered. Now on the 7th day, then Sadao goes to office, and he sits in his office and writes a letter to the chief of the police and says that on the 21st, he mentions everything in the letter, although he writes only few lines. He does not complete the letter. He just starts off the letter writing that on the 21st of Feb, a prisoner of war of the American country had been found ashore just near his house, and the way he had treated, and so he had brought him inside and treated his wound, because that was a very grave and severe wound. Only this much he wrote and put that paper in the drawer and came back home. And then it was on the 7th day when two main things happened. 7th day, when all the stitches were cut off. The wound had become okay, the stitches had cut off. Only thing was that he was still very weak, and Sadao had allowed him to sit a little, and after the seventh day, he, told him that he could move a little in the room, but not much. Only in by taking only 5 minutes. 5 minutes he could move, and then he had to lie down, and then after some time he could do it again. So. But the servants felt that now the stitches were removed, the wound was now okay. Still, these people were not handing him over to the police, so they were very scared that they were working in such a house where there was a person from the enemy team, so they refused to work anymore. And they came and they told Hannah about their leaving. They were very upset. In fact, before this also, before leaving also, when Hannah was found, she was arranging flowers in the room. They talked very loudly, about this, that why Sadao had not handed him over, and why had he even saved this person, why had he operated and saved this person, because he was actually a very skilled man. And yes, everybody knew he was a very great surgeon. He would never let anyone die if he was performing an operation. So, he said that the servant also talked about that he had worked in this house. Even the gardener also was saying that they had worked here since Sadao was a small child, and they had worked for his father. And right now, it was the first time when they had felt so. And they also felt that even if that person was bleeding, his blood would be very effective fertilizer for their gardens. According to the gardener, he said that even when the cook, he used to cook food, he used to kill the fowl, and the fowl was cleaned. Even his blood was stored in a bottle and then used as a fertilizer in the, for the vines. So he felt that I'll just mention you that word. He uses that it was very good for the roots of the Vistara vine. He mentions this word, that blood was just like a fertilizer. It acted as a fertilizer for the roots of the Vistara vine. So why that the blood of that American could also be utilized like this? Why they did not leave him to die? So this was a big question in their mind. And so they now, on the 7th day, they decided not to work anymore in their house and to leave. So this was on the 7th day. I told you two things happened. One was that all the servants left. Yumi cried a lot, before leaving, because she said that she would miss the children. And she also told Hannah that she lived nearby, and if any day the child who was more accustomed to staying with Yumi would cry a lot, they could call for her. So, but Hannah at that time only, she decided that she would never call her back for this, if they were leaving their jobs. And the second thing that happened was, when Hannah was working laboriously, because now there was no servant in the house, there was no cook, there was no babysitter, she had to do a lot of work. Plus they had this patient in the house, he also had to be taken good care of. So, she was very tired, and at that time only in the afternoon, she noticed that a man in uniform was there at the gate. So she was very scared, she felt that these servants must have gone and informed, and maybe there was an arrest warrant for her husband. So she feels very scared, and she called Sadao, and Sadao also asked her what happened, why are you so worried? And so she says there's someone in a uniform at the gate. But when Sadao goes, so that he was a messenger from the general, and the messenger had come to call Dr. Sadao because the general was not feeling well. So then she relaxes, because she tells Sadao that she had thought that he would get arrested because maybe the servants must have informed. So now Sadao goes to the office and to the general's house and attends him, and very truthfully, he tells about this prisoner of war, and he says that I am a doctor, so I have saved this person, but otherwise I have no liking for him. I have no intentions to keep him behind and to save him or something. So he talks to the general, and the general, who feels that yes, he was such an expert surgeon that no one could die if he was operating on that person. So the general understands him, and the general tells him that he would help him to remove that person from there, because Sadao also mentions that now, since as a doctor he had performed his duty, now it was his responsibility to show his duty towards his country, because he was a loyal person and a patriotic man of Japan. So the general, he checks the general was not feeling well, and but the general tells him that he would definitely send 2 assassins, because the general knew many people, and he said, I know 2 assassins who would kill that man and even remove the body, and no one would come to know, because actually that person was belonged to American troops, and they had no side corner for the enemy team. So he said that he would send 2 assassins who would do the needful. They would kill that man and remove even his body without leaving any mark behind, and no one would come to know. So the general offered this help. Now Sadao comes back home. He goes, he looks at this person, the patient. He every day, whenever he used to return home, he used to go and check whether the wound was okay, whether he was feeling better or not, and everything was okay. He checks him, he checks his temperature, he checks his wound, everything was okay, and so quietly he goes to his room and resides to his room very, very quickly, and keeps the main door open, because he had told the general that I would keep the door of that patient's room open so that the assassins do not make noise and they are able to enter quickly. Now he goes to his room and he lies down. He is not able to sleep because he is actually stressed that he had treated that person and 2 assassins would come to kill that person, and there would be a noise, and what would he tell Henna? Because he had not told Henna about this, she would get very tensed. So the first night, goes like that. He, kept, he was, when it often happens with us also, when we are waiting for something to happen, we are able to hear some rustling noises, on our own, whether that noise is coming or not, but we feel that yes, there is someone, and we have that, so he kept feeling, Sadao kept feeling that yes, there is a noise, someone has come. But when he goes in the morning, that man, he sees that man is perfectly ready, he is dressed, he has shaved, he had asked a razor a day before, and he was clean shaved and looking very white and pale and very weak also. So but Sadao sees that the assassins had not come the first day, so he feels that they might come the second day. The second night crosses the same way. Third night again, second night also they don't come. Third night again, Sadao is thinking whether they would come or not. It starts raining. There is a crashing sound. Hannah wants to get up. The baby starts crying with that crashing sound. Sometimes in rain, the branches and all, they break. So this all happens, and he feels that maybe this crashing sound is coming from the room of the prisoner. So he tells Hannah not to go and not to go out, and just to take care of the baby, and everything would be all right. But again, after the third night, when he goes to the room, he finds that his patient was absolutely fine. He was ready. He was up, and he feels that and then he comes to know that the assassins had actually not come. Now Sadao, it was too much for Sadao, and Sadao talks to that man. He checks him fully, and he says that tonight I would arrange a boat for you, and with little fooding and water and all, whatever essentials are required with blankets and everything, I would arrange this boat for you, keep things ready, and want you to go from here to the island just nearby. And he wants him to escape from here, because it was too stressing for him also. And somehow he had that human feeling too. He had treated this person, he had made him live, isn't it? So he tells him that he would make all arrangements, and he would also give him a torch, and he guides him in every way, and he tells him that if when you reach there, fine, you will reach the nearest island, and I will give you a torchlight, which you do not have to light any time or so, because then people will suspect that there's someone in the sea. And when you reach there, in the island you have enough of food, I will keep for you. And he also told that many fishing ships of Korean fishing ships used to cross that area, because it was quite many fathoms deep over there, and they could find good fish quality over there, quantity also. So they used to cross that island, and he could anyways take that Korean ship and escape further. So, and he also tells that if by any chance you are not able to escape, then you will show me, you will flash the light twice during the exact time of when the sun drops at the horizon, when the sun is going down, and only at that time, not time before, or because that before that when the sunlight is there he would not be able to see the flash, and after that people would notice that there's someone at the island where that island was not inhabited by anyone else. So and he also told that if you are still there, then you can flash one light one time, and if your food has finished, once, and if you are still there and you have not left, then twice. So he guides him properly, he makes him wear the Japanese clothes, and he makes all arrangements, keeps food, water, whatever he feels would be necessary for him to travel till that island and for another 3-4 days. And he also gives him a light which he used to take when he was called for as a doctor, he was called for, he used to take that torch. He gave him all that, and at night, without telling anyone, he makes him go and escape. All right. And the person sails, the person wants to thank him, he says, you are saving me. He is so thankful because he had not expected, he was thinking that he would be handed over to the police and the way he would be tortured again and killed, maybe killed also. So but he, Sadao makes him wear that Japanese dress, he covers his blonde head with a black cloth, and he gives him all the things that he would require, all the necessities, and he sends him off. And then he comes back home. Next, when he goes to the general, because he had to go there, and when he tells the general that the man escaped, he does not say that he had helped him to escape. He tells the general that the man escaped one day and he did not come to know. So the general, who was not well and who had recently been operated also because his gallbladder had got involved, so he feels that he feels guilty, because he had to send the assassins and he had not been able to send. So he tries to explain that, don't think, the general tries to explain Sadao, that Sadao, you need to be rewarded because you have saved my life, and you can save anybody's life. And because he was feeling very sad also because he had not sent the assassins, he says that he was not that was not because of his disloyalty towards country or whether he was not patriotic, all that. But, this question is often asked, that what was the reason? Why did the general forget to send the assassins? So, it was because of self-absorption. He was only bothered about his health. He felt that the doctor was needed. He did not send the doctor with the troops because he did not bother much about the troops. He was self-absorbed. He had kept the doctor behind for him. He knew that he was an expert surgeon and he was the only person who would help him survive. So this was self-absorption. He was too selfish. If it ever comes in your exam, so you have to bring out this character of the general, that he did not take that matter seriously. Alright. And even he did not send Sadao with the troops. Anyways, so then we also find he is speaking about the Germans and the Americans. He also says that although Sadao was a very successful surgeon, that is why he wanted to get himself operated by Sadao only. He tells about the doctors who had been trained by Germans, and he said that those doctors, even if the patient was dead and their operation was successful at a particular thing, they would say that the operation is successful, but the patient had died. So he did not have faith in them, did not trust them. And he also talks about the ruthlessness of the Germans and the American sentimentality. Just go through the books, he is just humorously talking about them. And he says to Sadao that he would reward him because of his good deeds. And now when Sadao comes back home, he feels that he had already been rewarded. Why? Because he had gone there at the at the shore to see whether the prisoner of war would, whether Tom would, because he had mentioned that he was Tom to Henna once. So he says that he had felt that Tom would flash light of the torch and maybe signal him something, but there was no signal. So that means he had escaped in the Korean fishing ships. So he feels satisfied and he comes back home. He stands there, he thinks again, he goes into the past, he thinks about his Professor Harley, where he had met Henna, his voluble wife who used to talk so much, the small rooms, the food that he did not like at their house. He also remembers that when he had gone to America, he had found very difficult to find a place to live in because he was a Japanese. But then he had found one lady who had allowed him to live, but she was too repulsive. He had never liked her. But he also remembers that once when he was down with influenza, she had treated him and taken good care of him. But still, because she was an American, he felt that she was very repulsive. And at looks also she was very repulsive. And he also remembers his professor of anatomy who had, made him an expert. His fingers were an expert, at any type of operation that was he had to do. And then he also remembers how he had met Henna. And then after thinking about all this, he remembers this youth on which he had operated, the prisoner of war, and he felt that now that he had gone, he felt that why he could not kill him, because he was so white and repulsive. Now again his patriotic attitude came back. He was again loyal to his country and he felt why he had not killed him. But he had not done so because he was first a doctor by profession. A doctor who is trained to always treat and save mankind. We should be very thankful to the doctors and the nurses. And please go through the chapter. I have covered everything. I have not missed anything. Just go through it. If you go through any problem, please put it in the comment section. Do subscribe my channel. Take good care of yourself. And yes, please, before sleeping every day, thank God and these doctors and the nurses who are there to save mankind. Take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.